This is the start of our first day in Mexico.
We spent our first night here on this campground and we just cannot get enough of these beautiful views.
Baja California, Mexico. We don't know it yet, but we are going to fall in love with this place. Take a journey with us and we'll show you why.
We got how many hours left in America now? Less than 24 hours probably. We got a full day today of doing stuff. First thing we're doing is going to empty our gray water tank from our sink.
There's a couple of chores to do before we hit the road to the US-Mexico border.
This is not ideal, but this is the way we do it.
Like getting rid of some nasty water. And then getting some fresh drinking water. Don't worry, we know this water is safe. But eventually, tomorrow has arrived, and we are only a few kilometers from the border.
You ready for this, sweetie?
Yeah, we're here, ready.
Going to Mexico. So excited.
We are pulled in for inspection by the gate guard, and we kindly obey all of his commands. The way we did this crossing was we had already filed all of the paperwork for Mexico online, which included a tourist card and a temporary import permit for the vehicle we are bringing in. The only thing we need is a stamp from the government official. While doing this ahead of time wasn't necessary, we thought it was more efficient to do it online beforehand.
Okay, so what do you say?
We're going to park on this side, come back
there?
in to get the
For
tour.
the FMM.
Yeah, for the FMM.
All right. Oh, you can park here. Just park here. And then we'll walk back. Okay, kind of interesting. We are in Mexico right now, but we had to park here and we have to walk back to get our FMM sorted out. So we have to get that stamp. What does FMM stand for again?
No idea. It's our tourist card.
Yeah, all right, let's go and do that. So, we made it into Mexico. We have everything we need. We only made things a little bit more complicated than it was necessary.
Yep.
But,
Got our FMM stamp.
yep. And we got our tip already. We don't need it yet for in Baja, but
Yep.
we got it already for when we're going to the mainland.
Ready to go. Now we're in. Let's
Yep.
go enjoy Mexico. We got 6 months, twice as much as we had in the US. Slippery.
Yeah, the streets are a little bit more dangerous here. All right. How are the first streets here in Mexico?
Well, the roads aren't in the best of condition. Not used to so many potholes. Also, the drivers are a little erratic. People just passing me through town, running red lights and stop signs and stuff. Now I don't know what to do. Oh, it's green for me. Okay, now we're on the highway, so it should be easier.
Guess we're gonna have to get used to driving in Mexico now.
Shouldn't be too different.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's okay so far. Just drivers over.
Highway, here we come.
We're heading to the west side of Baja along the main highway there to start our trip south.
Time to get some gas. It's first time getting gas in
Yep.
Mexico.
We're sure how it worked.
Yeah, so when you're in Mexico and you want to get gas, there are always like attendants, or how do you call them?
It's full serve. You don't
Yeah.
get, you don't do anything.
Yeah, and then you just tip them 5 or 10 pesos with whatever work they did. So yeah, we're just learning about things, and it is not as cheap as you would think. At least not here yet. The counter just keeps going and going and going. Oh, it stopped.
Josh, good. Okay. for our friend.
Everybody's passing us.
Because I don't want to break our home. We gotta go slow. The road is ridiculous. This is hardly a road.
Apparently, the only maintained road here in Baja is the main highway that run north and south. Other than that, the roads coming off are mainly left in whatever state they are in.
We found this incredible spot here on a peninsula close to Ensenada. What is the name?
Ensenada.
Ensenada. And the view is just absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
You can see the ocean from both sides.
From about 270 degrees, we have the ocean all around us. We're up on a high cliff. Yeah, it's a pretty cool spot.
Hopefully it doesn't get too windy though. Let's see.
Let's check it out.
We did end up finding ourselves an amazing spot along the ocean though, where we can watch the sun set for 100 kilometers. The next day we start off with warmth we aren't used to and a view that we never want to get used to. The first 24 hours of Mexico is surpassing all expectations. We aren't sure of the name of this little village, but it is home to what is known as La Bufadora, and legend has it that it was once a whale that got stuck between the rocks and now only its spirit remains. Pretty sure it's just rocks and water, but it's still interesting.
Oh, but this is the best spot of this whole place. Look at that. Woo. Oh, beautiful. It's just a gorgeous view, isn't it?
It's nice here.
All right, let's go check out the washrooms, what they have here. I think it's over there. Oh, wait, one moment. We have to make sure we can flush. Apparently toilet paper goes in there. This is the toilet. Okay, I need some privacy, please.
Heading back to the highway, we are making our first shopping trip run in Mexico. The roads are chaotic and it's hard to pick out the spot you want from the crowded sides, but we manage.
So we're about halfway down in our water tank in the camper, and I suggested that if we need to get water, we get it. We're in Baja, it's kind of scarce, and we're here at an aqua purificado. We're gonna see how this works. We gotta go pay for water by the liter.
This is how you get fresh water here in Baja. Pretty much the only way we know, other than buying bottles from the grocery store. But this is much more convenient and it's cheaper.
Pesos? 13 pesos.
The pink ones are the hundreds.
That's all we got.
Yeah.
Like 13 pesos.
Yeah. It's good. Told you it was not gonna be much.
What we were most looking forward to in Mexico is that we can relax a bit from our speedy travels. In the USA, we only had 3 months. Here, we have 6. Our plan is to travel slower and a bit more meaningful. We knew we would be camping a lot next to the ocean, and this would be the first spot when we would finally get some time to relax. We are far from the highway and any big towns. There's only one small fishing village near us. This would be the perfect place to spend a few days and recover from the high speed in which we spent the last 3 months.
So yesterday I saw on that rock over there that there were many people gathered around, and I was wondering what they were doing. So I went to go check over there and check what they were doing, and it looked like they were harvesting mussels. So I noticed on this rock right over here that there were a bunch of mussels as well. So I'm just waiting for the ocean to calm down so that we can go and grab some of them. And yeah, let's see if we can manage to harvest some of our own and have some fresh mussels tonight. Let's see. Oh. A nice big one. Our pockets are already full of mussels. Can't fit in there anymore. Feel like we have a really good catch. Look at these guys. Look at their size. Pretty good catch for a first time. So stoked about it. Got my glasses on. Some salt and some pepper. Just 2 big spoons. Alright, let's close the lid up a little bit. Let's see. Clearly we have no clue what we're doing. Oh yeah, it did open up. Is it good?
Yeah. This relaxing place gave us the time to recharge our batteries. It also gave us some nice sunsets. The next morning we tried our hand with some fishing. Waves crashed all around Lindsay as she did her best to catch some lunch. An impressive performance from her and the waves, but unfortunately, we won't be eating fish today. Maybe next time. We move further south to another spot where we spend another 2 nights this time. A little further from the ocean, but with a giant sand dune to explore. The changing landscape makes us feel like we are in someplace very special. And we are. We are in Baja California.
Good thing I have a good driver with me. I don't know how else I would get to these places. Check this out. Just huge craters in the ground. Yeah, I think this is the right track.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna make it down this. I think we're gonna walk.
Okay, let's go by foot. And that's why we're going by foot from here on. We're not taking the rest of the road. We're going by foot. It's just too crazy, too dangerous.
Oh, there's that facility.
Oh wow. Still quite a walk.
Yeah, and then we gotta walk all the way back up.
We attempted to drive to and are now walking towards what is known as La Labera, a hole in the ground carved out by violent waves over many years, and is apparently often full of seals and sea lions.
a hole in the ground.
We apparently arrived at high tide, so we don't expect to see any wildlife. But there are in fact some seals trying to swim against these strong currents.
They're like pit bulls of the sea.
After watching these sea pit bulls get battered around for long enough, we decided to make our journey back to our home. Our journey brings us to the east coast of the Baja Peninsula, along the Sea of Cortez. This extremely popular spot is called the Bahia de Los Angelos and is a beautiful area that is also a protected marine park. We are camped on a beach called La Gringa, as the mountainside says. It's extremely popular here, and by the end of the night there were almost a dozen other vehicles scattered around the beach.
Bahia de Los Angelos. Wonderful place.
Yeah, but there's one thing to this place, and it is called the notorious westerlies.
Yeah,
Which means there is wind. A lot of wind.
a lot of wind.
For the moment it's pretty calm because we're behind the camper, but if we move over here, that is the wind that we have been dealing with for the last 3 days and 3 nights, so I haven't slept much. So I would say let's move on from this place. Let's go.
As beautiful as it was, one night here is enough. Mexico, and specifically the Baja California Peninsula, is an overlander's dream destination. Why do we travel? Because we want to experience a different culture, experience different food, and just plain old have an experience. Baja is all of this. The campsites are unlimited. The only places that are off limits are the ones you can't make it to. Take the road less traveled. I guarantee you'll find a great place and be able to tell a great story.
This is our view for today. This is where we spent the night, and we're going to be spending 2 nights here. We are finally getting closer to Baja South, and you can see it on the white beaches that you see over there, and we'll also be meeting more wildlife, so super excited for that. But today we're going to take it slow, and we are just going to enjoy a day at the beach. Do you find a path anywhere? Should be one.
I think it's here.
That is something with private beaches or hidden beaches. It takes a little bit to find them, but it looks like we found a trail. What do you think? This will do?
Yeah, nice place to spend a couple hours.
Looks pretty good. I definitely like it.
Who couldn't like it? This is paradise. Backcountry exploring only to discover a perfect beach all to ourselves. We are getting close to Baja Sur, and the weather is improving daily. The sun is staying in the sky longer in the evening, and we are finding these perfect spots. This is why we are traveling. This is why we are here. And this is only the beginning. We aren't going to get tired of this. We are Travis and Lindsay, and we are just traveling.